My name is D. Welcome back. And your name is?
Lish.
And you are?
Tommy.
Welcome.
Yes.
We've got a guest today, guys. As usual, let's give her a round
Our
of
first male
applause.
guest,
Our first,
actually.
oh, get out.
Why?
Look at the privilege.
Exactly.
Hey, come on.
Thanks for being the brave one.
No,
Exactly.
thank you.
I know, we need more other
And
guys.
we have so many male friends.
I know, and we're nice.
It's very
We're
rude.
nice.
I think they're scared
We're
of you.
nice. No, what do you mean scared of me? Get out of here.
Ain't nobody scared.
Exactly. Also, you know, our audience stats actually say that it's more men that listen to us and watch us than
Oh,
women.
interesting.
So
Yeah.
it's 52% men that
Wow.
watch
Okay.
us. So
All
really, the guys are watching us.
Yeah.
They just,
The stats
like
are
you
saying men are
said,
jobless people. Yeah.
clearly
They
that's
got
the
all the
case.
time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got our good friend Tommy here, who is an entrepreneur, a carfluencer, which
Hey.
is a word that
That's
I've
a
just
new
come.
one.
You
A
see, a
carfluencer.
carfluencer.
Hey, bars.
Yeah.
That's a new one. Jeez.
Exactly. Well known as Gadgetsboy. He is also a Canon Europe ambassador. I work for Canon, so whoop whoop to Canon. So yeah, we're very pleased to have you here, and congratulations on all of your accolades.
Yes.
Thank you,
Yeah,
man. Thank you.
exactly. You've come a long way, but of course you've worked hard for it, which is really dope to see.
Thank
It's
you.
nice to see our
Yeah.
peoples in these sectors, because really there's always very few. I'm sure you know this anyway when you go to the brand trips and all of that stuff.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So on that note, how did you get into this? Because this wasn't really the plan, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was never the plan.
Put me on game.
No, put you on game.
I mean, you always did. You always were into like tech.
Tech.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
I think no matter what I do or what I've done, there's always tech involved, because
Yeah.
that's my background. I studied to be a software engineer. Did that for 4 years before I realized that actually that was in Birmingham, so that was already like I need to move out of it. So
Of course, I
then
need
I
to
started
get
to
out of
like
here ASAP.
suss out where I need to go, and London was going to be the place. And yeah, I'm a Christian, and I believe that me saying it out loud and praying about it, it was placed on the table for me literally like a couple
Amen.
of times.
Amen. Say
Where
that
I was
again.
like, first
that
time came
again.
across, I was like, nah, never mind.
Yeah.
Second time, I was like, nah. And then third time, I was like, okay.
Okay, I gotta do this.
If I don't take this opportunity this time, I wouldn't do it.
Exactly.
So,
you need to follow through with
That's
what
it.
he's got planned for you.
that's
No,
it. That's it.
amazing.
That's it.
That's really
But yeah,
dope.
so like I think I just got into it just because as a side thing, I'd always buy like new gadgets, new tech, explore them and stuff. I'm always like intrigued about them, interested in them. So from that, my friend was like, you should set up a website, like start blogging. And these were the days when blogging was like
Yeah,
fresh.
it was a
Of
thing.
course,
I
yeah.
remember, because obviously we know Tommy through our friend Jay, and you and your friends used to have this, what was it called, four
Oh
something?
yes, that was.
You guys
Oh
used
my
to
God,
have a
yes.
All
They
four
used to have a
thoughts.
little
All four
clique.
thoughts. Yes, as a fashion person,
yeah.
fitness one.
There's a fitness and a tech and then like music.
Yeah.
It's so cool because the fashion person's still kind of into his fashion slightly as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Everyone has kind of somehow gone into that, although if it's maybe even if it's a side hustle or if it's their main hustle, they're
Yeah.
still really interested in it
That's
and are
it.
doing something.
Yeah, that's it, that's it.
Yeah. Our
Yeah.
collective of people are very creative, and I'm so thankful for that because
Yeah.
we all just push each other to do better, regardless of how much time has gone past with us not seeing each other or not hanging out.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
always rooting for each other in the background.
Exactly.
Yeah,
for real,
exactly.
for real.
Yeah,
That's so
which
true.
is really dope.
Yeah.
Which is really dope.
I love that for us.
Yeah, in our little community that's
Yes.
going
and especially again, like for Black men, I loved not being from here and meeting you guys and knowing that you guys met in university.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, you guys were all striving to be successful.
That's
and,
it.
You know,
Always.
I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that.
It's a blessing.
brotherhood,
It's a
yeah.
blessing, man. Because I think even the guys, we all check up on each other. And, I think like Junior from day one always like talked about stuff that he wanted to do.
Yeah.
But like as a human, you look at him and you go, what's this guy on about? Like, you know, the trajectory for most people is like, go get that job and
Of course,
Yeah.
exactly.
do X, Y,
and
Z.
push.
But he's like, no,
Yeah.
I want to be, you know, free. We didn't use the word freelancer, but he's like contractor. I want
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
be a contractor, blah blah blah. You know, buy my house and do all these things. And I was just like, man, this guy is.
He's got big
He's
dreams.
big
Yeah,
dreams.
exactly.
And
yeah.
when he's doing them now, I'm proud of him. I'm like,
yeah, of
man,
course.
Yeah.
smashing it.
I've been
Smashing it.
here a little over 10 years, and I have to say, all of you guys, when I see what all of you guys have done, it's amazing because you guys really you shot for the stars. You guys really are.
We're trying, man. And it's honestly, a lot of the time you don't actually what we don't do often is look back to actually appreciate how far you've come, because like things move so fast. It's one trip after another trip, or like one job after project after another project, and there's never that time that you sit down and go, actually, I've done so much, or I've worked with all these brands that you've dreamt, or you used to look at them as, oh my god, that's a huge brand, and you do those jobs. And honestly, sometimes it's nice to just sit down for a minute and just go
and just take it all in.
It.
Exactly.
Be grateful and reflect.
Exactly. It's a conversation we were having the other day about how to know you have to put everything in perspective, because looking back, although obviously we started to do our magazine thing and all of that stuff, who knew I would end up, we were working in fashion at the time, but who knew I would end up working for Canon in the end, something that is actually connected to what we're doing then and what we're doing
still the
now.
Creative.
Exactly. It's still within the creative, although it's corporate, but it's still, I still got my hand in being creative as well.
That's good.
So which is dope. And of course we're doing this podcast that we wanted to do for ages.
When podcasts were still just audio.
Exactly.
There we are now.
I had to sell her into doing the video because she genuinely assumed that it was just audio. She's like, I can do this. We're doing this. Let's make the studio. And I'm like, yes, but it's no longer just audio. The audience actually want to see us, and they want to put a name to the face, a face to the name, etc. But And what or how do you navigate the whole not another confluencer, not another guy talking about this and talking about that, because we get that a lot, of course, now that we've got a pod,
not another
podcast, and the whole these women don't deserve a mic, take away the mic and all of that stuff. So how do you kind of?
I think it's like we could probably look at it in two ways, because I think the world of podcasts has that negative energy about it now, because unfortunately when you have good things going on, you also have the bad eggs. You have the platforms that constantly push the negative narrative. Not going to name names, but whenever they see the bad podcast or people talk about useless topics or whatever, they're not empowering anyone, they post that rather than someone who, like you, talking about important things like messaging. Post that instead, but they don't. So then you get a bunch of comments are just like, take the mic away from these people or whatever. But doesn't But in terms of like what I do, I think because I built the platform from the ground up, I've been doing it for so long. So luckily, I'm not just another guy doing it. I've been doing it for God knows for how long. So even when I go to a brand trip or like press trip or whatever, and I go to review a car, or I send an email to a brand being like, can I borrow that car to review? I don't feel like I'm not worthy of asking that question. I'm like, hey, I've been doing this, like, kind of thing.
Imposter syndrome is under the table.
Yeah, that's it.
You've paid your dues.
Yeah.
Exactly. I've been grafted for a long time. And a lot of the people that I work with, I've known them as well for so long in the PR industry. Some of them are friends now. That it's easy, because the world of PR moves around so much, and of course you might meet that person working for Canon last week, and then next week they're now working for Sony,
of course,
for example, and and because you have that good relationship and you build that rapport with people, they take that with them as they move around. So if you happen to, like when you said message me about Canon, I didn't know you worked at Canon or anything, but it's a small world.
It is.
That's how it goes.
Exactly.
So your name will get mentioned in rooms that you don't
that you didn't even know exist,
just because you've put the graft in and you're a nice person in general.
Exactly, that's really dope. And coming from let's say an African background, not necessarily like, I don't necessarily think that you have this experience, because of course you're American background, and people are quite happy if you're creative and doing whatever it is. They're okay, that's dope, that's really cool. But coming from my perspective, I like, even now we've got the podcast, but there's certain people that I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna send the link to. Because and it's not that I'm ashamed that that I just know that they're not gonna be interested, or like again they're gonna be like, what is she doing? She got 3 kids now, a partner, this, that, she's a big woman, she's you know, she's got her home, why is she you know still trying to put herself out there to the world? Exactly.
Why is she not working in medicine?
Also, why doesn't she just concentrate on her kids and sit at home? Why is she thinking that she needs
it's sad
to
though that it's like that.
Exactly. And I was wondering because of course you also have an African background. If there has been like slight resistance, or maybe people that you know like that still kind of like you see he's still doing his little car thing or his little tech thing or he's got his little podcast you know, and he's got a few followers, but I don't know.
It's, I mean, the question is a great question actually, because I think for me, I've been quite lucky in who I am, in the sense like my mum would always say when I was growing up, like she would see me, like my dad would come home with like used papers and stuff that is written on or whatever. I'll turn them into jotting pads and I'll staple them all together. I'll give it to my brothers, they'll sell it at college or school or whatever, and I keep making it. So my mum's always gone, he's going to be as African, he's not entrepreneur, he's going to be a businessman one day. So in my head, I'd always known that I'd be in tech, because I love the ideas of like taking things apart, putting things together, just by watching my dad, I guess. And my uncle as well used to be into cars a lot. So, and every time my dad took us to, when there's a repair that needs to be done to cars in Nigeria, you go to, like, if there's a bump on the car, you take it to a panel beater. And I used to love going with him to the mechanics, because you get to see all these like amazing things they put together. So that's where all that came from. So for me, doing what I do now, I don't really care. Like if you think it's that little thing or whatever, because you don't live with me when I'm behind my closed doors. You don't know what I'm going through or what I'm working on or how much I'm getting paid or whatever it is. You don't know that, and I have my own, you know, goals and aims and stuff like that with my family, in terms of being able to grow up and be like, hey dad, I just put this in your account, or
I got you.
Something's happened to the house. I could pay for that to get that repaired and stuff like that. Those are like my kind of goals. So if you're out there in the comments or whatever saying stuff, honestly, it doesn't even make it doesn't make a little dent at all.
A little dent indeed.
It does nothing to me. That's all you. That's a you problem.
Not an I problem. Do you want to do our little segment that we normally do? I had actually forgotten about it at the beginning because I was so engrossed with conversation.
Favorite segment.
My favorite segment, of course.
Lead the way.
So we've got a segment that we do, and if you've most probably watched us before, fingers crossed, but we talk about what you're wearing today and why. And it's not necessarily what label you're wearing, it's just more to do what made you feel like getting up and putting this on today. Exactly. Okay. So I'll start with you actually, Lish. Let's not put something on the spot.
I'm like, whoa.
Okay, me. So the weather is amazing.
Beautiful.
In London.
Finally.
Even for real. It's even my mood. I may be wearing black, but I'm very happy.
That's good.
Yes. I have a coat today because one thing everybody knows about me is that I'm lazy, and I love it comes together. It's there, and I could just throw it on.
Nice.
So this is why, I put this on because I thought the weather was great, and this is also airy, flowy, and comfortable.
That's dope. That's happy to hear, and of course, free Yeezy.
Yes, free. Old Yeezy.
Free old Yeezy.
Yeezy approved. Yeezy was still with Adidas.
He'll be back with us one day. Just keep on hashtagging free him, and he'll be back with us one day.
Keep praying for him.
Exactly. He'll be back.
We want the old Ye.
The old Ye.
The old Ye.
And you told me what you're wearing.
So today, what I'm wearing is because I had to do a shoot today, and a lot of my shoots, you have to wear neutral branding, so there's no heavy branding. So these are just my Zara, I'm on a shoot day kind of wear. So I just put that on really quickly, and
nice and simple, comfortable.
Honestly, whatever I wear, comfort is first.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Are you a silent luxury person or loud luxury?
You know what? I have like some selection of stuff that could be seen as loud, but I only wear those to certain engagement where it's like, I don't know, if I'm going to watch if I'm going in a box, for example, to watch an Arsenal game,
right. You
know
what kind of people are in the box.
As well, you know what I'm
saying? You're Nigerian.
You say I'm a box man.
It's not box man. It's like I work with Google, and sometimes they'll invite me to the box.
But I look like I've got box money. That's all that matters.
That's it. So I rock up and
how I got here is none of your business.
So that's why I wear those. But otherwise, I'm just happy just going to Zara. I love Zara.
Their Zara's
stuff.
dope.
Pick up some nice pieces, and you know that if someone spills something on it or
whatever,
you go back and get it because they're not exactly
dry cleaners.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you get this out?
And that's the thing. I've tried it because in my head I was like, I got to a point where I thought, okay, I'm just gonna stop buying fast fashion and buy more expensive stuff that might last me longer. Whatever. But some of them, like a Dior t-shirt, I'll send it to the laundry service. Got back and I'm just like. It's not giving anymore. Like, it's not the same
as it was before. Especially the white ones. You just have to be very careful. So sometimes they're not even worth investing.
That's what I mean. And that costs way more than.
Remember, I was saying to you, I got dropping names here. I got the Balmain t-shirt, because I was like, okay, cool. This is gonna last me longer. I've got the white one, bruh. It's just another basic white tee. I was actually saying to her, I'm gonna get the Marks and Spencer one because the quality there actually seems better. Arquette, Marks and Spencer, whatever it may be. It's like it
Uniqlo.
Thank
Uniqlo.
you, exactly,
Uniqlo.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you out here spending
I have Uniqlo stuff from 10 years ago that I still like.
I was fighting it for a long time. I went on a shoot and they brought wardrobe and they were like, we had to run to Uniqlo today. And I wore it and I was just like, oh damn.
Nice.
And they were like, oh, you can keep that, don't worry. I was like,
the Japanese know
trust me, I'm not worried.
Since then, I'm like,
that Japanese technology is saying something.
It's so good. Like you put it in the washing machine as well. You take it out, it looks ironed.
Of course.
It dries within a couple of hours or so. I'm like, I
still have heat tech tights from like 15 years ago.
Yeah, you still wear your heat tech tights.
I love them.
Exactly,
Honestly, they're
and
great.
even the kids stuff, of course, it lasts for God knows how long.
And I get compliments in them more than I do a Dior shirt or whatever.
Or this or that.
People go, that color looks nice on you. I'm like,
that's why I'm like, style is so subjective, and it doesn't necessarily need to be. It could be loud luxury, but it not necessarily giving what it needs to give.
Exactly. Yeah,
someone could be wearing head to toe, and I'm like,
and I see all the time, and you're
nice
like,
at all. Exactly.
But you know what? You gotta get it out of your system.
There you go.
If it's something that you've looked at for such a long time that you're like,
and you want it, go for it.
And then if you can afford it, go do it. See how it feels. Eventually, you realize that actually,
it's all right.
Exactly.
I see you, Zara.
Exactly. I see you in Zara in the queue.
All that matters is that you know that you can afford it.
Exactly. That's all that matters. What is that? I'm wearing my handy dandy hat because, again, I still haven't had a retwist.
Okay.
Because
you would have never known.
You'd have never known. I'm just spilling out
I'm
here.
jealous of people that can wear bucket hats because my head is so big.
Oh, really?
It's hard to find.
I've got that Southern African little tiny egg head.
It's hard to find a suitable bucket hat that I'm like,
trust me, there's some out there. I'm going to put you on game.
I have
I'm gonna put you
everyone
on
says that to me all the time until we share hats and you go damn, your head is big.
Some of my bucket hats are quite tight.
Okay.
Because even I did buy that
the J.W. Anderson
one, and I bought the larger one, and it was too tight. So
and with me, when I put it on, it's literally like here because I bought the bigger size, thinking with my locks I'm gonna need more space, but really I didn't need it. But there's some out there that are, that have extended sizing, so I'll put you on game.
Yes, please.
So until retwist soon come. When it comes. Honestly, give me way in the streets.
It'll be a hot summer day as well.
Gonna be a hot summer day in Dubai. That's what it's gonna be.
Hey, queen, queen with your natural hair.
Exactly that, and my handy dandy glasses. Just no reason whatsoever. I got my
TLC.
Waterfalls.
This is why the men are scared to come around. It's like we can't sing.
You're supposed to be in the background. Go, girl.
Where's the ad-libs at? Come on. Give us amigos.
Waterfalls.
But yeah, just nice and comfortable with my cargos. It just was a lazy, comfortable, sunny day.
Can't go wrong with cargos,
exactly,
man. I love cargos.
And then I could actually put this on before I even like got started to get ready to leave the house. Normally I put my fit on 5 minutes before I leave the house because of my boys. But with this, I was like, I don't care what they do to this. It's fine. I'm good to go. You know, I'm not going to be worried about nothing. You mentioned something earlier about how you feel like God has put you on this path that you're on, and you sort of kind of resisted beforehand. Now that you're in a position whereby He's put you in it, really, in a way, it's admirable that you've actually mentioned the fact that God put you in that position. I don't know if you feel the same, but sometimes people know God, love God, and they're put in a certain position, but they can't. They don't want to say it.
They don't want to.
In a way.
They don't want to say.
Why do you think that is?
I don't. I feel like this day and age, people are afraid of religion or to speak of religion,
right?
And also it's crazy because I was actually having this conversation at work, because someone is saying, okay, I believe in God, I believe in a higher power. It's not that person is solely just, okay, I'm Catholic or I'm Christian or
denomination.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like nowadays there's so many people that are spiritual and they do believe in God. I've been exposed now to many different religions, and there's a lot of things that I can take from all of those.
The bits and bobs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand why, people make it to a certain space and then they decide that, okay, they don't want to speak on that anymore. But, I guess it's really like to each his own. But, those that get it.
And then those that don't, they just don't.
It makes sense. And I think
it
it comes with age as well. Like, when you're younger, it's like,
you don't think,
you don't really say, you're like, oh, you're shy and stuff. And
yeah.
It's not like Christianity weren't cool to a certain extent. So,
to be like,
and then you get older and you're like, actually, you realize and you're thankful and you realize God did things in your life and you don't care if anyone listens or that's a you problem. I would say what I see.
Isn't it the same perspective that, when I was listening to the Kendrick track on my way here, They're Not Like Us, and it's the same thing that he was talking about, our blackness now is something like people genuinely, I can have a conversation. I'm like, I'm proud to be black. I can say I'm black. Yeah. And when certain black people are in spaces, they don't necessarily, they actually don't acknowledge the fact that they're either the only black person in that space. For instance, in corporate, where I'm at right now, instead of advocating for other black people within the building, you just want to gatekeep in a way and being the only one black person in that.
No. Right. I'm very American.
Like in that,
it's very English.
That's
a very British thing.
Exactly, and it's like, okay, not even am I just black, but I'm also African. I'm very proud of that too, because I'm sure there was a time where people weren't proud of being African. They would be like, okay, I'm Caribbean or I'm this, I'm that.
It wasn't
cool. It wasn't cool, but I'm just like, this is so dope now. Like you said, it comes with age. I can shout it on the rooftops now, no matter where I'm at, because I know I've come to a place where everything that I've been given or where I'm at has been worked for, and I deserve to be here regardless of my blackness, Africanness or whatever it may be.
It's a weird culture in the UK.
It is.
I always say to people, like, if until you leave here and you see what's going on elsewhere, you don't realize that there's levels, basically. And like you said, every time I go to LA, for example, it's crazy. You go to a soul house and someone just comes say hello just because they can what do you do? And before you know it, you're exchanging details about some work you're gonna do together and stuff. But I feel like here
never happen here.
They gatekeep so much. In Soho House, people don't even say hello to each other. You'd have even worked together, let's say, like on something that you saw their name and you worked together somewhere in the background, and you're like, oh, we've kind of worked together through this and this, and they're like, really? Like no one really just wants to. It's like a certain. I said this earlier, didn't I? That and there's also a certain amount of people that have made it within the industry, and unfortunately, they only push their circle, and really that's it. There's no one new coming in to come and break through in whatever sector it may be. It might be media, it might be whatever fashion, it could be anything. It's just like let's work together. Let's talk. Of course. You could never have that.
It's different. It's different for sure.
It's a different vibe.
I love, for myself, I have my friends and people that I know, and I get to find out what you do and what you do. And wherever I go, if someone's like, oh, I need X, Y, Z, that's not my bag.
Go speak to
X, Y, Z.
Go speak to so and so and make it work.
Which is like, I feel like that's how it's supposed to be. But that's very stemmed here in British culture, because in America
that's not the case.
They're
sick of you at your job because you stay bringing your people in.
It's a shame though. See here, he holds people back so much. We could be far ahead, further than we are, but because we hold back, even like talking about money, for example, people don't talk about money or feel comfortable talking about money, like your salary and all these things. You could be working in the same space here, and the person next to you could be earning more than you,
10k more, and you have no
more
clue.
than them, or you do the same thing, and then they won't tell you. They won't say it's seen as almost illegal to do so. But in America, like you go for coffee, you're like I'm getting pay rise. I'm going for 37 to 40 next week. Like you let them know.
Everyone's about to know that if you're not eating as much as I'm eating, you better ask for more, because we all need to eat.
Exactly. And employers are like, damn, I need to make sure everyone's
everyone's on the same page.
Otherwise, everyone knows.
I mean, even the pay disparity between here in the US is crazy.
It's wild.
And especially because the pound is shit now. It's like, come on.
Say that again from the rooftop.
Pound is shit.
You're running it down.
I remember when I moved here, you couldn't tell me anything.
You were up and down.
I thought I was amigo.
Yes, you should.
Whenever I went back home, I'm like, yes. Drinks on me, dinner on me.
My first trip to New York, I went with an empty suitcase, and I'm coming back with some Jordans.
Oh, God. I was buying my Canada Goose.
Half price.
She was goosing. I remember you were goosing actually.
I was like,
I remember you were one of the few people that I knew that had a goose. Yeah, because you just go to America and you get a new goose every year.
Pounds.
Yeah.
It's called pounds. Sterling pounds. And I remember I was in America when the vote for Brexit happened.
And you're like,
and my shady ass friend Dorian was like, damn bitch, I saw the pound dip. He was like, dinner's on me tonight. I was like, wow.
I bet they were quick as well. They were like, this is how they dialed the number that day.
Slowly too. Yeah.
Oh my God.
They dialed that number slowly. They like, said, take time. They said, speak to me nice. Next time you call my phone.
Yesterday's price is not today's.
Wow.
Oh,
that's hilarious. Talking about America, the UK destinations, what's your top now you've traveled so much?
This is a jet setter.
You're like I don't know where you are at what time, whenever.
We were lucky to even get here.
Exactly.
I was panicking the other time.
Literally privileged.
I thought I mixed the dates because I was somewhere else. I was like, no. It can't be today, surely.
Exactly. I'm going to have to catch a flight. Exactly. How long would it take me to get back to the UK?
I was actually looking at my flights. I was like, what time do I land? I was like, what's going on? Yeah.
What's your top 3 destinations?
Top 3. Oh, man, that's a good question. Antigua was great.
Wow,
There's something about Antigua. I felt at home there. Japan, Tokyo.
Yes.
Honestly,
that's
your pictures.
That's on my list.
Amazing. That place.
That's the one. That's
my brother, he said that was one of his top.
I could take pictures all day long. People there are amazing. They're lovely, sweet. Things there are just so organized. So
very clean as
very
well.
clean. It's just honestly, it was great. And I don't know, man. Maybe LA. I like LA.
Yeah. You've mentioned LA.
I'm not a West Coast girl.
Don't be a hater.
You know what it is?
The weather is great. It's the weather.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Because I live here. I would have said New York, but New York to me is very similar to here.
It's
But LA gives me my spirit animal. It's like I can be lazy there. It gives me that let me wake up at 12.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me go grab a coffee. And then maybe I go Soho House for a minute.
Or maybe I can skateboard.
Maybe go find a pool somewhere just to lounge, enjoy the sun. Let me go watch the sunset and then
let me live.
Let me just live. Let me just chill. That's my vibe. But you can still work. You can wake up the next day and go, actually.
Of course. Everyone's actually working though. This is the thing. They're doing all of that. It looks like they're not working, but they are working. It's like what we're talking about back in the day when we were all in the streets of Shoreditch and Oxford Street all the time. It seemed like we had no jobs, but we were genuinely still we're still working.
We did have jobs.
We did have jobs. We were working pretty hard actually.
It's funny you say that because in Dubai they've got the rap for everyone going there, but what job are you actually doing in Dubai though? But we were walking through this hotel, and there's just two guys on Zoom call, but like the passion I was seeing, I was like, I get it. I was like, it looks like they were presenting some sort of like slides to some client or something. The other guy was clicking away. The other guy was talking through the slides and stuff. I was just like...
And people are still moving there, so I'm like, wow.
You were looking for a job there, not the job that you actually want.
No. A different
type of job. We won't discuss it.
Wow. A different kind of job, but
we won't discuss the type of job that you were looking for there, Lish.
God is good.
God is good indeed all the time.
All the time.
All the time he is good. What are your top 3 destinations, Lish?
Oh, my top 3. Wow, good question. I would say St. Kitts and Nevis. That was one.
I think just say Saint, and that's it. You don't need to be.
Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
St. Kitts and Nevis, definitely. Pamukkale in Turkey.
Oh yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Where I'm trying to be.
Yes. Yeah. So they have like these salted mineral baths there.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh, it's. When you get there, everything is just white.
Oh, nice.
It's beautiful. It's out of a movie. So that's definitely...
Turkey is not really spoken about unless you want to get new teeth.
Exactly.
And a new booty.
Exactly. but there's places.
There's actually places there
to see. Not just teeth and booty.
That's the UK media.
Exactly.
That's what they push.
There's places to see. And what is my...
It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I've traveled a bit, but I feel like I still haven't, go on. I'll probably get a lot of rap for this, but growing up, it was a place that was always on my bucket list.
Okay.
So, Monaco, Monte Carlo.
Monaco, yes. That's a place.
Yes.
It is a place. You stay there.
Woo.
Yeah.
It was on my bucket list. So when I moved to Europe and I finally made enough money to go on vacation, I was like, I need to go. I want to see if it's like the movies.
I call it the city of manifestation.
Yes.
So once you've done your mood board or whatever they call it, go over there.
Yes.
And
then
just start manifesting. You see every nice car goes by.
I
claim it.
I thought I was in a movie.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my god.
It's a different world out
there.
Yes.
Wow. And I thought I was
aspirational.
Wow. Yeah.
And if you think you've seen rich people.
Yeah, you have seen nothing. You've seen nothing at all.
And those guys, they don't even show it. You just don't know.
And I'm not even into cars. And the cars are like. I was like, am I in another galaxy?
Yeah.
The cars are cars that I've never seen in my life before.
Crazy.
I was like, wow.
They're the ones you can't buy. One out of 10.
Yeah, exactly.
And the one other person is in Monaco, and that's it.
It's crazy. That place is a whole different world.
Yeah.
And I've been lucky enough to go during like events where they all turn up.
Of course,
And those yachts.
If you get invited to Cannes,
here we go. Here we go.
Make sure I'm your +1, okay?
+1, stay there.
Thank you.
I was going to say, there's 3 destinations, but I think all destinations I've been to, I like them for different reasons. So it's actually hard to say those are my top 3. They're just 3 that I can just pluck out really quickly, but they all serve different purposes and different reasons where I'm just like, honestly, the world is...
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful place.
This is when I'm like, how can you tell me there's not a God?
Yeah, there has to be.
When you go to places like that and you witness certain things,
especially
like, wow.
the one, you know, the one on my top list at the moment is Senegal. I'm desperate to go to Senegal. Right. If you see like the imagery there and like the documentaries that they put, and I'm just thinking, wow, it's so clean there too. Like apparently the people are also really hospitable. I can't wait. I can't wait to go there. Yeah.
What's on your top 3?
My top 3 has to be South Africa.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cape Town.
Come on.
Of course.
Things are so cheap
less.
As well. Live like a king.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah. Top 3 has to be South Africa. I would have to put Senegal as my wish list. So to add to a top 3, I know it's gonna be my top 3. So I'll just add it on there. And then I think my third one would. What would my third one be? I'd say Mozambique actually. Beira, Mozambique.
Nice.
That's a place I would like to
That's
visit
a place.
To, yeah.
Nice. It's beautiful.
I would love to visit all of the continent of Africa because I have not been.
Exactly.
So
that's why I had to put my countries on my map because you know everyone always says this and this and this,
we need to
which
go
is
on
dope. But
tour.
you guys need to go.
Like I loved when I went to Nairobi. I loved my time there. Like I met some locals who I've known for a bit. They took me to some like proper local spots. Oh my God, I was like, I'm at home.
Of course, exactly. Khalees is in. Have you guys seen Khalees?
Oh, of course I've seen her.
Yeah, she's staying in different countries in Africa, predominantly East Africa. So she's like going into, and she's saying, people are saying, "Oh, you're gonna go just and move there and stay there?" And she's like, "Maybe," but she's been there for like 6 months or something like now. Yeah, she's been there for a very long time.
That's why that skin is thriving. She's looking beautiful.
She's beautiful regardless,
but
that lady.
Amazing.
Yeah, but it's amazing because she's really showing the locals. She's showing, you know, where she goes to just go and eat on a daily basis. She's not showing the resorts and, you know, I'm not leaving the resorts because I'm scared. You know, all of that nonsense that they put in the media. It really does. So yeah, if you go on her page, she's putting out some really dope content.
That sounds good.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm putting out some really, really dope content.
See what you do for others, God.
Please.
See what you do for others.
Do for me too. Right next to me here. I also want to be
a big boy. You just don't want to roll with the ballers. You want to be a baller. Cricket. Some people are actually trying to get to where you're at. You know what's crazy? Because you're over here telling you want to be a baller. People are thinking you are. Yeah, you're where people need to be.
It's all a facade. Don't believe what you see on social media, okay?
No, you're very discreet on that. So you're very mysterious on social media. So it's you know, people could never know what's going on with you.
Be enjoy life.
Yeah, exactly. People never know. So as you know, I am now a mother of 3.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's not voluntary.
Not voluntary. Oh my gosh, how did you get the 3 kids?
The twins were not voluntary. That's what I mean.
Is anybody ever really trying for twins?
People are. If I tell you the sheer amount of people, men, women, more men than women.
Of course, because they're not carrying.
It's crazy.
I bet men say it because they want to get it out of the way.
Yeah, that say to me, I've been praying for twins. I've always wanted twins. They'll call their wife or whoever it may be, and they're like, "Look, she's got twins. It's amazing."
Touch her.
Exactly.
Also very African.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's just
twins. We put it up on a pedestal.
Yeah,
I mean, the country that you
it's
come
like
from.
blessing.
Exactly.
My dad's side, my mom's side, both have
just twins everywhere.
Twins,
And actually, it's been a diverse amount of people. It's not just been Black Africans. It's been the English. It's been Asians. It's been everyone who just comes up to me, especially, "Oh, they're identical. Wow, they're boys. Wow, even more. Exactly.
Imagine if they were identical girls.
Oh gosh.
No, identical boys. Start projecting Mbappe. You know, for football.
Exactly. I've already got one that's dibbling and dabbling. Not one of the twins,
F1,
but my.
We need more black people in F1.
Yeah,
we
actually that's very true. That's very
black
true.
people in motor racing.
That's very true.
Do we have more than Lewis? Well, I'm gonna have to tap into your podcast.
Yeah, no,
are you guys gonna be talking about that?
No, there's. I think that actually makes me sad a little bit because once he retires,
that's
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. So he needs to go have kids.
I was telling Lish Mbappe is leaving PSG, and she's
is he
saying,
actually?
No clue. Lish, are you gonna confess?
No, I'm not.
Lish has a confession. At some point, she'll let you guys know. She's just terrible with footballers.
She's so bad.
All your time in London, you haven't.
I know. So okay, so there's a footballer that Dion's partner knows his dad or whatever, and I think he's even met Camille and stuff like that.
He's met my son.
And so when people are talking about football, and I pretend like I want to be in the know and name drop, I try to drop this guy's name, but I don't know his name. I call him Ashake, and Ashake is obviously the singer.
Do you want to know who the guy is?
Who?
Bukayo.
Hey.
Lish calls Bukayo Saka.
But isn't his name like Saka?
No, it's Saka.
Saka.
Yeah,
Bukayo Saka.
Ashake, Saka.
Girl, you ain't the same.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
My apologies. This is why you don't need to be name dropped. Just stay in your lane. You don't know anything about football.
They're most probably looking at her like she's crazy.
They're like,
exactly. Who is she talking about?
You don't know anybody. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like, my godson has even met him.
Meanwhile,
who?
They're like, who?
The singer?
Yeah, it's not lonely at the top.
Oh my gosh.
It's not lonely at the top,
indeed. This is why you
indeed.
need to face your front.
Of course.
Oh my
gosh. But going back to my question, I was saying I've got the 3 boys. One of them plays football religiously. The other 2, of course, they're small, but they're twins, so it's double of everything. What kind of car right now
would you get?
Yeah, give me a 2024. Okay, I've got space to put a charger if needs be.
Okay, so you can do electric.
So I can do electric, although it's not necessarily the most, what is it called? Let's say convenient thing for me, because stopping as a mom, I just want to go. I don't really want to spend time going, oh, I need a charge, I need to da. So kind of name one that you think you
could get. There's a Kia EV9.
Okay.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
It's big, it's got space, it's got all the tech, it's got everything for what you pay for it as well.
Nice.
And fast charge, everything.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, one of the top rated.
Yeah.
EVs.
I'm always in your DMs.
Yeah, always.
Which one?
But ask her which one she's got.
Which one did you get?
I didn't. So,
you got Range Rover?
No. I was supposed to get the Tesla Model Y.
Yes,
and then I did not end up getting it. So I'm still on the fence. I didn't end up getting
the DS.
I'm still with the DS.
Okay.
With the crossback.
Yeah.
Even though I don't like my car, but I feel like the interior, DS puts a lot of luxury into their interiors. So I feel
like you like when I'm in her car, I feel like I'm in not like a plane, but I don't know.
Something more.
Exactly.
Yeah. The DS is like the luxury brand of their mother.
Yeah.
The family of cars that they do. So that's like
they compared it to like the Lexus of their group.
Yeah. That's it.
So, but I do need to get rid of it because there's no boot space.
Sorry, DS.
Yes.
Model Ys are great. It's just for the charge network.
Yeah.
So it's spacious. It's practical.
Yes.
Just
the
good to
boot
go.
is really big, but I think I'm still. I thought I was ready for electric, but I think I'm a bit scared.
Ready.
Maybe I'm not ready to.
They're great unless it just takes a bit more planning into things.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And it's not even always planning as well. It's
because I was about to say I'm not a planner.
Yeah.
I only do that when I'm doing long distance.
Right.
Then I need to make sure.
Yeah, you know what's
there's charges along the way.
Yeah.
But when I'm driving around London and I'm not going anywhere for like 2 weeks.
Oh, that's fine. Exactly.
One of the dads from Layla's school, they have a Tesla, the Model 3, and they were talking about when they were driving up north or something to visit family, and they obviously waited last minute. They were like, they almost just made it to the charging point before the car completely turned off.
That would give me the worst anxiety.
She was like, it was it was late, so they were the only car there. There was like only 2 superchargers.
Yeah,
and she was like, the place looked kind of dodgy. It was super
Oh,
dark
gosh.
and scary. And I was just like,
that is
I'm
one of
not
the
doing
downsides of charging stations, and we always speak about this with the car community because they're not well lit areas, and especially when you're a woman as well, you can't be going into the spaces. You might not feel safe at all.
like,
I've been to some dodgy looking charging places where you're like, it's just you in this weird corner with nothing. There's no light, nothing. And you just think, I'm just gonna sit in the car, lock the door.
Exactly.
No,
and just
I
wait
start
for it to
thinking,
charge. Your mind starts going everywhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Luckily, the Tesla superchargers are getting better and better at stuff like that. So that's one of the things I like about Teslas in general. Just literally just the charging.
What do you think about the Cybertruck?
I haven't seen one in person yet. I was meant to see one
Is
a
that
couple
the
weeks ago,
Kanye
but I was
truck?
away.
Is that the truck that Kanye's got? Or is Kanye's truck those trucks that he's got in Wyoming and stuff? You know
I don't know.
Where he goes filming and
so the Cybertruck is the new electric truck that Tesla, the SUV that they just dropped. It looks like a tanker.
That's what I think. That's what he has.
Probably.
Exactly. I think that's what he has. Unless it's something different. If it is something different, please put it in the comments. I beg you. I'm sorry, but I think it's exactly. It looks like something.
Is it all like silk chrome?
Exactly. It looks like that type situation. Slants. It looks like that.
I don't know how I feel about them. I need to see in person, but I think it's just unnecessarily big. It's very American.
What's he gonna do in the streets? Exactly. How are you gonna go at it?
I think I got an email. They said that they were bringing it here to show.
Yeah. So they're showing. I think it's in their showroom in Park Royal. I think either Park Royal or the one in North London.
Okay.
So they got.
That'll be nice to just go and see for no reason.
Yeah, they got one in the showroom, which is interesting.
There's another American electric SUV that I just saw recently. Is that what it's called?
Maybe.
What? Say it again.
Rivian.
Yes, I think
they're quite popular. Yeah,
I've just seen that.
They're lovely as well. I like them.
Yeah, and it has really good. I mean, obviously, once you want it to be like decked out, the price is stupid.
Of course,
because
every little thing is an extra this, an extra 500, an extra 500.
But the space inside is really nice.
Really
the
good.
boot space, it's actually really nice.
Yeah, if I was in America, I'd get one of those.
Yeah,
if I lived there, I'd get one of those. Yeah.
There you go. It might motivate you to be, what is it called? Bi-coastal. You can have a car.
I could have
a car there. A car here. You can really be a baller.
God, you hear what she said? From Dion's mouth to God.
Just to close off, I just wanted to ask, is there something that maybe you could say to anyone who, like I said, wants to start something now, whether it's online, to be an online creative in entrepreneurship, all of that stuff, because it's really a scary space to be in. You don't know when the next booking is going to be, unless, like you said, you've grafted, you've put in the work, and you know exactly, and you know people, people know you for what you've done. So do you have any kind of advice for someone to just like break into the industry?
I think for me it would be that if you pick a field or whatever it is you're trying to do, make sure it's something that you can wake up every day and still do it, regardless of money coming in or not. Because I think a lot of people go into being like, oh yeah, I want to be like a gamer online and because so and so gets paid millions, and then they'll try it for like 2 weeks and they're like, nah, this is not for me,
of course,
and they give up already.
There's no money into it.
You have to keep whatever it is. If it's, for example, if it's cleaning job, make sure you're happy to wake up every day to go clean.
Indeed.
So that's the main thing for me, consistency. And me and my friend, we always say, don't be you have to bleep it, don't be a dickhead.
Exactly.
It's literally that.
No, we don't bleep nothing.
Because
you gotta know, don't be a dickhead.
Gratification.
You have to hustle for it. We speak on this constantly because it's not something you can't see the results tomorrow. You just have to keep on putting it work, and regardless of the weather, the time, the mood, you're there. You turn up.
Exactly.
Make sure it's something that you love.
So when you go to the gym, it's like you look at the picture and go, I want to look like this, and then you wake up every morning to try and do your life,
and you're still you.
I
did that this morning. I mean, working out like a mad woman, Tommy. If I tell you, I went to that scale, I said, huh? And then Lish keeps on convincing me. She's such my cheerleader. I thank you, God, for this woman. She said it's muscle mass.
It could be muscle.
It could be
It could be
muscle.
muscle.
Yeah.
I said, but why? Why me? Yeah, why me? I need to start taking the big O that everybody is taking. And next thing you know, I'm half the person that I am.
Like,
exactly. But like, what happened to D?
Know.
D looks sick.
They're gonna be like, she's on that O.
Have you seen Busta Rhymes?
Oh my God,
He's definitely on it too.
Yeah.
And I was over here like, wow.
Yeah.
I was over here cheering for him.
I was telling you that
what is he doing?
They're selling it for £200 per shot on Boots.
That's crazy.
You just have to sign up onto a healthy. Honestly,
it was made for diabetes or something.
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
made for diabetes, but people are taking it to lose all the weight under
and
the
it's
sun.
got some mad side effects as well.
Yeah, some mad side effects, and people are looking gaunt. They're looking sick.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's
like a
not
sudden
a
drop.
healthy looking type of.
Yeah, because you've lost weight too quickly, too fast.
Yeah, too fast or something that you should. And the side effects nobody knows. They know some of the side effects, but they don't know the future side effects of these people getting it done after. Exactly. And a lot of people that are getting it done, they've already had work done. They've got the BBLs, they've got this, they've got that. So you put that on top of it. Lord knows what's going to come out of there. It's a whole science project at this point.
Yeah, guys, don't rush anything, man.
Please don't rush anything. And who you are is who you are.
And it feels much better when you've worked for it.
Exactly. Indeed. It really does.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us.
No.
It's been
pleasure. Thanks for having me, man.
Tomi.
Pleasure. We're going to put all of your ats and your
Thank you.
inside the description. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And of course, if you love hanging out with us, please share it to the people that you know that will most probably enjoy our company. My name is D.
I'm Lish.
And you are?
Tomi.
And this has been Allow It. Thank you.
Thank you.